So, what was it like living on a farm?
It was wonderful. It was the best childhood I can imagine for a kid because we had wide open spaces, we had horses, and as kids, there were five of us, and we would play together the minute breakfast was over, we were outside playing until we got called into lunch. And then again in the afternoon, we played. Well, that was when I was really young. But when I got older, it wasn't so fun because we had to work. But it was still fun. I was glad to be on a farm.
What were the barns burnings and what were they like?
Oh, they were big, huge barns, and the heating element in the water tank is what set the fire off in the big barn, which was what we called it was a great big cattle barn. And then as it burned, it set a lot of other buildings on fire, including a huge corn crib that was full of corn. This was in the fall, just after they'd picked the corn. And my hair got on fire a couple of times. I mean, it was terrible. But the neighbors were wonderful. All our surrounding neighbors and a lot of people we'd never heard of came to help, including the fire departments from all the little surrounding towns. People were absolutely wonderful. And the next morning, we looked out, no barns. It was completely changed the look of the place and the feel of it. And because we raised horses, one of my brothers gathered up all the bridles and the saddles and stuff that he could carry and threw them on the back porch. And so the next day, that was all we had left. The horses were scattered all over. They just took off running, and it was a long time before we got those collected up. But it was an interesting night, let me tell you. We were sure that the house was going to burn, but it didn't. That's the only buildings that didn't burn were the houses.